Nevada and USC in this. It's on the Pac-12 network, guys. I don't know what's going to happen now with the Pac-12 network. They're just got to get started with the show. Just making conversation here while I queue up the lines. But certainly with the news yesterday, and we did talk about it because the confirmation came early in the morning, so we knew that the Stanford and Cal and SMU were heading to the ACC. But now, what does the Mountain West do? Do they try to go? Do some of the teams try to go into the Pac-12 and save that, or is the Pac-12, as everybody says, done, and those other two teams just fall into the Mountain West? So, okay, here we go with Nevada and USC. USC a 38-point favorite here. Total 66. Don't have to analyze this one probably too much. Maybe we could take a look a little bit at the move here in this one and see if that kind of lines up for us, because look at this total right here at 66 and a spread of 38 for USC. Man, I'm probably going one way and one way only in this one here on the show, and I know it's going to be a bit of a popular play, I would think, with handicappers today. Maybe some of the value is gone, but I'm going to be taking the over in this one at 66. Hope you guys are ready to go with college football picks today. But it's been a little slow in the chat. So Thomas, though, is going to take these 38 points today with Nevada. And I would think that would be the way that I might be leaning in this one. I definitely like the total much, much better. This was probably going to be a premium for me. 66 has me a little worried now. I mean, this opened as low as 63.5. One of the few, like I said, one of the few games. I want to say that the number, we've talked about the move because of the rule changes, and the gradual moves to the under have been strong. I mean, it's almost like a 4-to-1 ratio of totals that have been moving. This is one of the rare ones that moved to the over, and I think I can see why. Ron's going over. Burley says Nevada plus the points. And I think you're paying a tax with USC. 35 feels okay, but I would say Ron says USC is going to cover. All right, we're going to quickly move through these, everybody, especially if the plays are running a little bit slow, and I'll just give out free sports picks. Texas State and Baylor. Baylor minus 27, and the total here is 59 in this one. And here it is, top of the rotation for some of these time changes. But again, we're into the evening. This is that one, I believe, 6:30 Eastern. That last one, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific. And here's 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific. Game 157, 158 on the rotation. But just to let you know where we're at in the time slot. So if you're going to make some picks with me here, as we really get rolling here in a second, maybe just get, I'm organizing myself a little bit, with all due respect, everybody, with everything that's going on. All right, here we go with Texas State and Baylor. And in this one, look, this number continues to push a little bit higher off of an opening low of 55.5. But I saw it reached a little bit higher, and now there's been some pullback here down to 59. I don't know where that's coming from necessarily. I think that handicappers are going to look to take the over here, and I'm going to take the over as well with Texas State and Baylor. There's certainly concerns for Texas State being able to hang in this game, I would think. Maybe the spread is 3 points too high or so, might keep me off of Baylor here. In fact, handicappers may be slightly leaning to the dog at this point. Baylor is going to figure to be a public side. Do you guys have any opinions on this one? These spreads are big. I know we like these, those tighter games. Is Jacoby going over in this one? Hello, Jacoby. And we got a murder beat up in here. Baylor, easy money. And yeah, some of these will be a little bit tough, but we've seen some newer teams in here too, and we'll talk about them. Hello, Sakura. Nice to see you. How you been? All right. So my play here, though, on the show is going to be on the over. I do like the over in this one. Yeah, I got it. Probably the mid 60s. Mid 60s would be like a premium, but also the fact that the total was offered a little bit lower might keep me off of it. This is one that was on the cutting room floor for me as I put together my first 5-pack. I got a 5-pack up right now at tonyspicks.com. I also have a 3-pack in UFC up there right now. I also have a couple of plays in EPL today. I've gone crazy a little bit. I wish I could offer some of this tennis. There are 16 matches today. Some of them are really starting to get bettable now as weed out the lower seeded players and get some pretty hot matchups out there. Saw Joker last night. Looked a little rough again, didn't he? As far as he's going up against countrymen. So, but still, is he sick? Who knows? Washington State and Colorado State in this one, and it is 10.5, and the total currently at 54.5. And boy, that's been quite a move here on this one. Washington State opened a much more significant favorite, really, when this game opened. Maybe as high as 16. So this has been quite a move here to Colorado State. Handicappers are probably going to prefer Colorado State here, but to me, I think it's moved too much, you guys. I feel like I'm gonna end up laying the points here with Washington State. Now, I'd probably want to buy it down and get under that 10. This is a situation I'm not feeling totally confident with it, but you figure Colorado State's been a rough stretch. I mean, they've lost 38 of their last 52 games. This quarterback is a sophomore, has a full year pretty much under his belt. Last year, Cougars won this game 38-7 in Pullman as a 16-point favorite. This one opened around 16 here, all the way down to 10.5. Has there been that big of a change? I don't know. Washington State, back-to-back 7-6 seasons. Cougars 6-1 against the spread as a road favorite. Not great against the number as non-conference games on the road, but I'd have to figure they'll win the turnover battle. And I'm going to take Washington State as my pick here on the show. You guys probably tell I like that game a little bit. I think the more I talk about a game is the more I like it. How about that? That's what I'm learning that's what I think I'm learning without Mindy here. I think we're on day 5 or 6 or so here. And so hopefully Mindy's doing great. I'm getting we're texting back and forth. We're even, chatting a little bit, but feels like a lot of rest going on. Okay, here we go with this one, you guys in the chat. You guys, anything here? Washington State. Can't we all, Thomas? All right. What else we got? Is Ron going under here? And right, no doubt, Brent. That's all I would do. I would just buy it down. There's been enough movement, anyways, right? You're already feeling pretty comfortable if you're on the Washington State side. If you're taking Colorado State, the value's out the window. You still can take them. That's fine. Looks like handicappers are still going to back them here. I'm going to take Washington State right now. Look, what do you think of these first 2 nights here with the way the conferences were matched up and how teams like Stanford got it done last night, right? So we'll see. Here's an under from Ron. Here's Burley taking the points. Here's Law Dog here today. Hello, Law Dog on Washington. Thanks, you guys. I got my play out there on the Cougs. And, the Cougs, are they headed to be one of the marquee teams in a new revamped Mountain West? The problem with Pac-12, now they could always renegotiate these contracts and keep that name. That's a valuable commodity. And, if I'm Washington State and Colorado State, I'm trying to keep that name. But and try to get a new TV deal. The Mountain West has a TV deal. It's probably better than the Pac-12, really, because it's got Fox, it's got CBS Sports Network on there. New Mexico and Texas A&M here. Texas A&M minus 38, and the total here 49. All right, well, we don't have to dilly-dally around too much if you guys don't want it with this one. I feel pretty confident in this one, though, and I do like my play. So if you guys want to see what you guys have, but this one did open about 50.5, so it's been a little bit of move to the under here. I know touts are going to be on my side, and I was actually thinking of this as a premium here, but at 49, and I feel like it could go lower. Hint, hint, hint. I'm going on the under in this one. Uh, Come on, Lobos. I hope you can do something here in this game. I'm not saying I'm going with the Lobos. I'm not saying that at all. In fact, I think, if anything, the lines come into play for Texas A&M a little bit. Anything under 38 starts to look even more attractive. That opened as high as 41. But we'd like to take it around a little bit. It's never going to reach five touchdowns. So you'd have to flirt with that 38 number right there. So why not try to get it to 37 or so, or even under that? And that's the way I'd probably look. But I'll take under for sure as my official play. I mean, to me, and hey, I thought I did pretty good on some of those scores yesterday. I mean, after all, we pretty much zeroed in on the wins there on the Friday card. I had a premium winner, by the way, on Missouri State and Kansas over. That was my only college premium play, actually. That one went over considerably, thanks to Kansas wanting to run it up a little bit. All right. You guys got anything for this blowout of a game? And I'm thinking just a some kind of shutout. New Mexico doesn't get any more than 7 points. They might get 3. They might get 7. Is what it feels like here. But Thomas here is going over. Yep. All right, Ron. Yep. Oh, Ron, I think we did Michigan already, though. For you, I will tell. I mean, I am on East Carolina plus those points. I did the Michigan game 2 nights ago. I won't get too much into it. So I hope that's not a problem. I'm not going to beg you to go watch it. Anybody else we don't know, go watch it. But over here, going over here. I'm feeling strong on the under. Hello to Matt. Nice to see you, Matt. Have you been coming in? Or have I not seen you a little bit? All right. Yeah, Thomas. But look who they're playing. Missouri State. Missouri State looked like they had some easy possessions there, a little bit. But yeah, Kansas are, Kansas might be still a sneaky moneymaker. We'll see how it goes. Okay, you guys, let's move on here. You guys, some opinions, but I'm on the under here. Okay, no problem, Ron. I think whatever the line is, I'm taking. Let me see. It's not gone crazy, has it? 36. 36 is fine. If you want to make it 35 or whatever. But the reason why I was looking at it is because of that 36. Anything over 35 is putting me on East Carolina here. It could be a 28 to 35 point game, and that's it. And that's what it's going to come down to. You know how it is with these. I don't want to call them ridiculous games, but here's a team total under for Law Dog. Thank you. Okay, all right, you guys, you got it. You got it. Being a San Diegan, I'm into craft beers. Okay, IPAs. Nothing too dark and heavy, but nothing cheap either. Okay. UT San Antonio here in Houston. All right, here we go. Roadrunners 1.5 on the road, 59.5. These are not much changes here. These were typed in several hours ago. I've been up all night getting ready for this card and watching these basketball games and some soccer here. UTSA and Houston. All right. For me in this one, I know this was another one I think that got moved around here. Need Need Mindy right about now. Okay, there we go. Oh no, it's right in the slot it should be, I guess. All right. Yeah, I would think UTSA is probably going to be pretty popular with handicappers today. This one has it open the summer line, I believe, had Houston as the favorite here, and I'm not sure if I believe in this move. I think I'm going to go against all my buddies in this one. Look, I think cappers are going to be almost overwhelming on UTSA, and I'm going to be on Houston here, getting 1.5. I'll take them on the money line here. I'll take Houston. I'm taking the Cougars in this one, and let's see what you guys have. I probably should be doing a better job giving you my notes and stuff like that. But I just feel like there's so many games to go to, and you guys are doing. I was worried that after the last few games, I wasn't getting enough picks from you guys. So, anyways, let's take a look at what you guys do have. Thomas played Houston. Royal. Is Royal? Can I say Royal here? Okay, Burley on the over. Houston here. Okay, good. I mean, like I said, I believe that handicappers, and when I say these, I'm talking about guys that are similar to me. I'm talking about on other on other channels, they're picking parlays, they're winning and whining. You know what I'm talking about? They're talking about wagers. They're taking memos about sports. Okay, you guys, am I making it clear here? They're going to be on UTSA, and we're going to be on Houston today. I think. I know there'll be some on Houston, and those are my guys. So I don't know. I follow all those guys. I follow them all. So I like to watch the shows. I like to hang out in those chat rooms. I think I annoy those guys, all the guys actually, because I'm always in there making picks and talking stats and things like that. Things I'm doing here with you. Okay, for Houston, for me, you guys have won 9 of their last 12 at home, and I'm going to take them here in this one. All right, you guys. As soon as I see you're done, I got to move on, right? Army and Monroe in this one. Army here, an 8.5-point favorite, and the total is 47. This one opened Army. Well, there's been a bit of a range here. I'd say it's been anywhere from as low as -6 all the way up to -10, and it's settled here now to -8.5. So I think there's a little bit of room there for Army. Anything under 10, I'm not going to give that one out here necessarily, but I wouldn't be surprised if I find my way to the Army side. I know I'd probably bend it down, try to get it under a touchdown or something like that. I'm not feeling totally confident about this game with Army, but on the side, I think that's the way I would look. Army's won 5 of 7 coming in, dating back to last season, and the other Monroe has lost 13 of their last 17 games over the last 2 seasons, so it's been a little bit rough. Army's covering spreads left and right. They've covered in 6 straight. Monroe has failed to cover in 4 of their last 5, dating back to last year. So I'm going to go over, though, in this one at 47 now. It opened 48.5, gives us a little bit of room. Army's been going over late last season, 5 of their last 7. And Monroe's gone over in 4 of their last 6, dating back to last year. So give me the over here as my official pick on the show. But I hope you guys maybe look at that Army side. Anybody on them here to open the season? This game probably not taking much interest, huh? You guys are on the under here. Oh, man. I'm on the over. One thing I will say, you look at that. I mentioned it already. Hello, M. Looks. Nice to see you again. Is that it was a stunner, right, to me when Navy, it's easy. We could easily quantify Army and Navy. There's there's differences, but you know what I mean. And the first quarter and also the third, was it the third quarter? There was like a couple of moments where 6 minutes were off that clock like that. for a college football game with the new rule. Now that hasn't been the case in all the games, but yep. Army last season. Look at that blowout right there. Okay. Oh, this would be good. They're playing this one at the stadium in Charlotte between North Carolina and South Carolina. So in this one, I don't know if any. I want to clarify something. Let me see. Let me bring up the game here on my notes. Make sure I give it out right. All right, here we go. Yeah, I want to clarify. So this one being played in Charlotte and North Carolina, a 2.5 point favorite. The move has definitely been on North Carolina. This total now settling in the 63 and a half range. It looks like it's even gone down a half a point in the last couple of hours here to 63. So a little bit of movement should be great. Should be exciting. Should be exciting. Can I just leave it at that? Can I just leave it at that and move on, or do we need more? We need a pick. I know that handicappers are probably going to favor North Carolina. The move certainly has favored North Carolina, right? So I think that's probably the way I would look as well. I'm probably going to give that out right here on the show as my play. It is going to be UNC. Do want to see what you guys have to say, but I should be more respectful after yesterday and go with what you guys are saying. You'll react to you guys, and then take the pick back to Mindy. Right? I wait for her, so she's not. I don't think she's able to see the show. Just got a fatigue right now. And then, but she does. She says like, "Here come the plays. Be ready," because we want to get them entered in the system for the subscribers. All right, you guys are on some action here in this one. Let's see, Mark. Let me see, Mark. I gave that game out on Thursday. Hope you were there. I thought you were there on Thursday, weren't you? We previewed that game on Thursday. I mean, I'm not going to preview it again. I'll give you the play, but I gave out the over, and I'm probably one of the. It's probably the only game on the board where I'm having a little bit of early video regret, if that's a thing. So take that for what it's worth. Let me know what you like. Thomas Lewis on North Carolina. Here's South Carolina for Burley. Ron's going under. Here comes Brent says South Carolina crushed them. And yeah, it's going to be a good game considering these are good games. Maybe we wish they were a little bit better when you look at some of these spreads, but we're happy to have these, and it's going to be awesome, especially the first group of games starts up. Okay, thank you guys. I'm on North Carolina here. Laying this tax, obviously, and I'm going to be with the other handicappers out there, I think, today with North Carolina. They've mentioned Gamecocks crushing it, right? I think Gamecocks have actually won 4 of the last 5 meetings. So North Carolina comes in having failed 4 of their last 6 dating back to last year. All right. Okay, Toledo and Illinois. All right, in this one you have Illinois now a 9-point favorite. It's been as high as 10.5. It's been as low as 8. So I don't know, when you're looking at something like that and you have it on the south side of a 10. Maybe that's where I'm looking. I'm not sure right now, but tell you where I am. I have a play on the total. Probably was going to be this total's gone down like 5 points so far, maybe 4.5 points off of the opener. I like the under very much in this game, even at the current price of 45. 45.5. It's even juiced to the over, so maybe we can get 46 or whatever out there. But I like the under here in this one. I think it'd be about 10-point game, I would think. But I like the under. I'm not sure that. Let's see what you guys have to say. Maybe I'll give a little bit of analysis. But again, if you guys come through with any stats, I mean, I don't want to just reiterate things you guys might say out there about the game. Here is Ron, and he says Illinois -9. Okay, Mark. Hey, Mark, that makes me feel good about that Arkansas State Oklahoma game because I've just been worried about the move by the bookmaker on the total lower, and I was like, why am I? When the market doesn't agree with you, sometimes you're like, oh, maybe I am wrong. Sean, we're gonna do some games here. Definitely gonna do some baseball. Toledo here for Thomas. Ron's on the under. I've looked at the ball games and I've got picks. Just a matter of how long it takes. I do want to be off. I want to be off before at least some tennis matches start. Thank you guys. And so I'll keep moving along and I'll take the under. Here we go with Texas Tech and Wyoming. In this one, Texas Tech on the road here, it looks like this one is settled right on a 14. It did have a hook on it earlier. It was also as low as 13 here. And for me, well, I don't know. Could be right there on the line. I know what I'm doing, and it's going to be a show pick here. Wish it was higher. Again, these are what's happened to a lot of these moves, and I'm not making excuses. I mean, I want to give out 1 billion premiums, so I'm going to give it out here as a very strong play. I like the under in Texas Tech and Wyoming. I'll make no mistake. I do like the under in this game with Texas Tech and Wyoming. Maybe I'm not sold necessarily yet on the side. Maybe it is a 2-touchdown game to me. I think for me, Wyoming, I definitely want to get I want to at least get this 14. I definitely would like a little bit of a hook there too if you want to win the bet. These are what I'm talking about when you're buying points, and there's never buy points. I don't know. I'll key numbers. I want 10 cents. I'm betting to win a nickel or something or a dime. Please. Okay. So in this one, you got do have a Texas Tech team that has been struggling a bit on the road. They lost 6 of their last 8 last season. But for me, definitely under. Wyoming's gone under in 5 of their last 6 last year, and Texas Tech went under in 5 of their 7 road games. That's over last season, and came back to the prior. I'll take the under in this one. Do you guys do anything with Texas Tech and Wyoming? Texas Tech and under here. Wesley Hopper Jr. Hello, Wesley. Hey, Wesley, we did preview that game, and I'm not going to rehash it. We got a lot of games we want to cover today, but anybody remember? We were on the Buffs. All right. Oh, whoops. Sorry about that. We're on the Wyoming here. I want to make sure we're okay. You guys not too thrilled. Me and Ron will watch the Texas Tech Wyoming game, I guess. Oh, it's never better than Alabama football. Come on. My Friday nights are full of high school football. I watched some of the Alabama quarterback throw 5 touchdowns last night in his game out in Carlsbad, California. Well, anyway, Alabama 39-point favorite here. And the total 52 against Middle in this one. And, well, I don't know. I mean, it was as low as 37, and now we're just piling on. Remember what Mindy said, you guys? Just take these Alabama unders. Well, I wish it was a little bit higher, but I probably want to just take the under in the game. Is really the way I feel about it. I don't know if I want to play around with this spread too much, but I know that there are going to be some pretty big name handicappers are going to be on Alabama here in this one. So I know Tony was. I wouldn't give out Tony's plays, but I mean this video. I don't even want to give out the videos, but this is one I did write down because the big number in in this one, and it gets a little bit tricky on these, right? My favorite game is try to hit them both. Try to hit them both. And that's what I'd probably try to do here. I don't know, but I'm going under. You guys can't be too thrilled at 52 when you have a 39-point spread. If it was 37 and 55, like it was, and 55 would be beautiful. And we can't sit here and look at it like that. The line is what it is. We have to make decisions. And I have to make a pick on every game. Because that's what we do here on the show. I'll go under 52. 52. So that puts middle on what? One score, right? They can't really get 10. Look, Alabama, they say what you will. Oh, yeah. Nick always has the throttle. He doesn't. He doesn't have the throttle on a lot of times. That's a problem. That's a problem. And you know what? You look at the way it was open 37, now 39. Could be a 38, point game right in there. So we'll see. Okay. I don't think you guys are going to have much on this one. Probably talk too much about it. Over. You guys are over. Yeah, I know you guys are over. I just remember what Mindy told me, and not, I don't mean it like that, but she said it off the cuff, and it's true in a certain way. You just take these Alabama unders, and it just ends up being, 42-7 or something, Look, I don't think Alabama. Look, Alabama. Just because they're not winning the champ, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Will they be there? Sure. Will they be close? Yes. Will they have a great season? Of course. Will they take care of business here? Yes. Hey, they're playing Middle Tennessee. Middle could get 2 touchdowns. I don't know, but I'm going to take the under. All right. West Virginia and Penn State, one of the marquee matchups of the night. Well, I say it, because of the regionality. How's that? I mean, it's still a 20-point spread, but 48.5 currently right now. So handicappers are going to love Penn State. I don't think they're worried about laying 3 touchdowns. The game opened about 17, and now we're dealing with 21. You want to go with that? I don't know. That does worry me a little bit now. Maybe the spread has gone too high, you guys. I mean, I might have to consider West Virginia here. Now, I know this game I'm going to get at least a little more from you guys. Penn State, let's see, last 2 years, 7-4-1 as home favorites against the spread, 12-5-1 against the spread in their last 18 as a favorite, 13-7 against the spread, last 20 non-conference. Those are all pretty solid numbers. Meanwhile, West Virginia with Browns okay, 17-11 against the spread as a road dog. West Virginia 8-5 against the spread non-conference. Let's see what you guys have in this one. This one I'm finding a little bit difficult here. I know handicappers are going to love Penn State. I don't necessarily want to. I kind of like West Virginia. I respect a lot of these guys that I know that are on Penn State today. And Penn State to crush, says Matt. Thomas, Penn State. Charles Sharp says Penn State. I thought you guys would have a little bit more opinion on it. I'm going to take West Virginia with all due respect, and you guys can. All these cappers are on Penn State. I get it, but again, I'm buying it up. I'm going to make sure I got 21.5 points in this one, but West Virginia 20.5 officially on the show here in this one. Boy, I would have to think that I don't know. Penn State has a sophomore that threw just 60 passes last year, and look at this total. I mean, the main opener was 53.5, now 48.5. The summer line was 58.5, which was ridiculous, and it's gone down pretty far, real far. But I don't know if Penn State. We'll have to see. Let's see what Penn State has on offense. Ron's on West Virginia. Yeah, I've got a lead. Okay, so I don't know. Thanks, you guys. Old Dominion and Virginia Tech. Virginia Tech in this one favored by 15 and a half, and the total 48. All right. Let's see what you guys are going to say if this one piques your interest at all with ODU and Virginia. Here it is. Originally 175, 176. All right. Uh, yeah, you're seeing a lot of support for Virginia Tech. I think the uh, talking heads are kind of on them. I think that I love to read those newsletters. They seem to be all over Virginia Tech as well. So I don't know. I'm probably not going to give out Tech here. I don't even know if I lean towards Tech, but the fact that everybody loves them, maybe there is something to it. Um, Seems like the spread might be a little bit too high. This one open as low as 12 in the earliest of numbers, and now we're dealing with 15 and a half. That kind of leans me to ODU actually, but I'm just going to respect all these guys that I know that are on Virginia Tech today, and who knows? Maybe I'll gamble with them and take it down to 14 or something. But if I was sitting here on the show and make a pick, guess I'm not going to pick the side. But I'll take the under. I do like the under quite a bit, especially now at 48. This one was maybe headed for premium. Just didn't know how wild I was going to get on premium right now with just 5 in there, but I'm expecting another package here. I'm trying to maneuver through a few of these games, make sure I save my best plays a little bit. I also want to hear from Mindy. And we'll have plays up there on Team Steam. Thank you for the subscribers and your patience yesterday on a tough day. I think we haven't gotten off to too good of a start this week, but I'm not saying we're making excuses at all, but Mindy's playing hurt and doing a great job. We get excited when our picks come in the way we've been crushing it, but we just haven't followed through. And if anything, we have given up some leads in baseball in the last couple of days. Okay, here we go. Old Dominion and Virginia Tech. I'm on the under. Feel pretty confident here on this one. Borderline. No, it's a freemium. Freemium. I haven't used that term in a long time. I like the under in this game. ODU, Virginia Tech. Did you guys play this one at all in the chat? Oh, Blake, turning back the clock a little bit. See James, hello. It's an exciting day here. Okay, Charles Sharp's on Virginia Tech. Thomas Lewis, Virginia Tech. You guys want to roll with Tech. Always buy these down. We're betting big money here. We're not fooling around. Doesn't annoy, I'm not talking down to anyone. Do whatever you want. But we're betting some pretty serious money here. I got news for you, football. I got news for you. If you're not the scoring in football, unlike it comes in 3s and 6s and 1s, and it's really weird how it ends up on the same numbers sometimes. There's a little chart. Maybe I should share the disc that shows where the numbers land. Right? There's some numbers that never get hit, and yet a total get put right on there, or right next to it, where you've got a chart that has like 3 of the. It shows the percentage, right? And there's boom, 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 and the total's way down. And you're like, it has a way better chance of either going over than it does on. You got to see it to believe it. I use it. I mean, I use it like it's a cheat sheet to a certain extent on and you guys know I love totals. It's just a guideline. I mean, it's not a hard thing. Everything's factored in. But all right, thanks everybody for this one. I'm on the under. This one is the 51.1 is a total, and boy, we'd suck if we lost by 1/10 of a point. Let's fix that. Want to make note of this game. Look at this one. This is South Alabama and Tulane. This is an underrated game of the day with these two. Tell you what, Okay, here we go with South Alabama. South Alabama is the overwhelming choice of internet handicappers today across the board. Look, I want you to support everybody out there on all the sites. I respect all the, I don't know, kiss the dub clubbers and the other things, but I mean, I like these sites, right? The ones that you track it. They all do it kind of like us. Some people say, "Oh, how do you track it?" We all kind of do it the same. The 100 unit bet. Talking about all those sites. Uh, South Alabama is going to be super popular. Save your money. South Alabama is going to be overwhelming. I don't even know if I like the play actually, but I can't go again. I mean, they love South Alabama so much. It's hard to ignore. But there are some experts that are still going to be backing Tulane. Now, the fact that it is 6.5 does maybe bring some cause for concern. And with South Alabama, you certainly can buy up and get that hook. But just want to see what you guys have to say in this one. I almost feel compelled to take him because everyone in the world's on him, and I must be wrong. I'm not even. See, James, I just stay right here, my man. I mean, why I want to go out in public? Or, I mean, I'm not. I'm not saying like that. I'm saying I'm gonna be right here with food and a bunch of other sports. All right, we've got M looks on South Alabama. Nathan Cerna says get that 7.5. Law Dog on Tulane here. This is going to be really good game. A really good game. And the fact that that total is 51.5, I mean, I think there's a little bit of room to breathe here on that. I think you're seeing two good teams. I'm not saying that these don't have any defense because I think they do. I think we're dealing with play like if they had the playoffs this year, these two teams would probably this would be like a first round game. Am I right, you guys? Or okay, take the points. Okay, okay, it seems pretty popular. Uh, I don't know. I feel like Tulane is the. I'm just worried because everyone in the. I gotta make a pick, you guys. Oh my god, this is one that when you hear Mindy, it's just come on, make the pick already. All right, I'm gonna grab South Alabama here. If all my cohorts, if all my contemporaries are going to be on South Alabama, and it is, I mean, it is overwhelming. If all my contemporaries, I'm looking at you, contemporaries. If you're all going to be on South Alabama, I'm joining you here, but I'm only doing it on this free show. And but it's going to be a good game. Look, you look at the card tonight. Look, I know we're going to get to that 8 o'clock window. I know we're going to watch Alabama. This is the bit. North Carolina, South Carolina, maybe. This is a game to watch. This is a game to watch. I'm going to say it right now. All right, Sam Houston and BYU. You know, oh, BYU, they're always 20. Everybody else is like 2 years older now in college football, anyways. Also, not too well. BYU is still going to be a little bit older, but I think everybody else is kind of catching up. Anyways, BYU minus 19.5, 46.5 here in this one. And I'm seeing handicappers are pretty much across the very popular. I wouldn't say overwhelming or anything, but I'd say all the touts that I've seen in hanging out some of these forums that I do are on Sam Houston. They're on Sam. And I don't think you're getting the best price anymore with Sam. I think, if anything, the value is now on BYU. Anything under 3 touchdowns, I'm probably looking at BYU. I'm not going to give that out here on the show. I think I don't want to go against my guys again. I'm talking about, I went with them last time. They're going to be on Sam. I'm on the over here at 46.5. Why is this? There's always trouble. The spread. I know there are idiosyncrasies about one possession here, right? Look, BYU, they were as high as 24 and they're down to 19.5. The total was as high as 53.5 and is down to 46.5. I get it. Sam Houston, we're new to the scene. Sam Houston's got a great program, man. I mean, come on, the Bearcats. You look at all the success, all the championship game, all the playoff games, great games. You know, it's fun to have Sam in Division One. I'm gonna take the over. I'm gonna take the over. Why is everybody on Sam now? I would think at 3 touchdowns. I want BYU. No, you guys are cold on this game, huh? Okay, we're almost done with it. And I know, you know, anything you guys on this? Hey, Christian Forbes here today. Christian, we did TCU in Colorado. The video's up there. Just type in Tony's picks and the 2 team names. It'll come right up. You'll get a video from me. You'll get a video from Tony. You compare the 2 plays, and you get 2 plays out of it. I'll tell you that right now. Earlier in the show, I even said what we were on. So, look, it's funny, right? Because, okay, you talked me into it. It looks like I'm a little bit ahead of pace here. I know we're talking about the BYU game, but for Colorado, nobody's buying in or everybody's buying in. I don't know, right? I mean, for every person that's like, hey, Dion, this is gonna, there's another person that says there's no way this is gonna work right away or anything like that. They're still gonna get 3 wins. We don't know. There's too much turnover. I wouldn't put it past Sanders, and it's not you can like him or you can unlike him or not like him, but he's pretty genuine. He's going to go in. He told those kids point blank to their face, we don't want you. Good luck somewhere else. I'll recommend you whatever I need to do. I watched your film. I'll tell other coaches what I see in your game. I'll help you out. I'm going with what I'm doing, and they're going to build crowds. They're going to build and Dion's. Anyways, so we're on Colorado if that says anything. Here's lean to Sam. Anything else in Sam here? Yeah. I'm on Team Dion a little bit because I think that when he's saying things to your face, he is. I don't think he's a backstabber in any way. I think he's trying. He believes he is trying to help young men prosper, and there's nothing wrong with that. Maybe he might be a little overzealous and turn some people off, but there's no doubt now that college football is more of a business than ever before. Coastal Carolina is taking on UCLA. UCLA 16-point favorite. The total 66. How about it, Bruins? 16-point favorite here for UCLA against the Chanticleers. All right. Well, I would think they, could have a problem getting this number. This is UCLA. I mean, I don't know. I think Coastal can come in and do something here. I would think they could. I don't know. They could stun them. They could keep it within single digits here. I would think. So I know that Coastal is going to be a pretty popular play with handicappers today. I've already seen that to be the case. Looking on the forums, it's pretty much Coastal and over. 3-4 to 1 pace, I'd say. I look at all the Telegram channels. They're digging off right now. I'm looking at a bunch of plays. What all those guys are on. All those internet, all the Twitter touts too, or X touts, whatever. And it's going to be Carolina in the over. I'm going to go over as my play today at 66. Probably not a premium, not getting a great price. This game's going to be high score. I don't think there's any doubt that this game is just going to be a matter of getting there and over. It's going to be close no matter what. I don't think you're going to get stuck with 54. I don't think you're going to end up 10 points short. Might end up 2 or 3 points short, but you're not going to end up 10 points short. I wouldn't think today. UCLA can't stop them. Come on. I mean, they'll get theirs. I think the Bruins probably still win it, but 16, that's not too bad. I think it went as low as 14 and a half, and then came back up. Now UCLA was as high as 17, and I'd probably try to grab some 17. I'd probably grab it if I'm going coastal. 17, 17 and a half be pretty nice if I was on coastal, and I feel like I'm going to be on coastal in this one against the Bruins here. Maybe even a little money line sprinkle. All right, you guys, what are you up to in this one? Yeah, that was bummer. That caught me by surprise, and I looked it up. That it said his last concert was in San Diego in May. Thomas is on coastal. Yeah. No, Gio, nice to meet you or see you. I don't know if we've met. Oh, that's yet to. I don't think over these last two, if they can. But I like the program, and uh, I'm not. I like them to be able to. I'm not too. Look, UCLA's got some work to do. This one's going to be a shootout, I think. Jacoby on the over. Thank you, Nathan. I've got 2 picks up for EPL today, and I lost. I tried to play MLS Wednesday, went 1-2. I was on you can look at the record that we all track it here. I was on a 12-0-3 run in soccer, and I went 1-2 in the MLS. I came back with a winner yesterday, and gonna have 2 more today. Yeah, CJ. Oh well, I got 5 really good screens, but I got a bunch of compute. I'll fire up computers, and sometimes if I'm, not using stats on one of them, and I want to put another game on, I'll just put it on the computer. I use some of those websites, that we got cable and everything, but cable's dead. Everybody knows that.